Welcome back, all you wonderful fans. Time for another out-of-this-world story from our space. My 29 male wife, 27 female, has been working from home the past few months and has started having her high school ex over a lot. I told her this is unacceptable. Am I in the wrong for this? I know that the title may sound confusing without the background that I'm about to give. So ever since COVID started, my wife has been working from home. My job never let us do that, so I still have been driving to work every day. She has a friend that she occasionally hangs out with. He's been invited to hang out with both of us before, too. He's nice, fun to hang around, and pretty cool. I've had no problem with this. My wife made me aware, pretty early on, that she dated him in high school. She said that they dated their freshman and sophomore year. They never had sex, but did mess around. They started reconnecting as friends during their senior year. At that time, he had a girlfriend and she was starting to see another guy as well. She claims after they broke up that there was never anything romantic between them again. When COVID started, my wife said that she would be able to work from home. I was glad and happy for her, as I know it'd be easy and even save gas. She said that her friend was going to be able to work from home too, so they may meet up sometimes to go over their work and help each other. They both worked in a similar field. One day, I came home and noticed that he was there. I thought nothing of it really, as my wife had told me about this. They both had their computers and looked like they were working pretty hard. For a while, it was like this. Suddenly, a few weeks in, I would come home and they would casually be hanging out and having fun. Sometimes they would be playing a game, sometimes they would be drinking, sometimes they'd be eating. I started finding this a little bit weird. It seemed as though he was getting more attention than me and that she was having a better time with him than me. Then one day, when I came home, it was the final straw. They were both on the couch and her head was in his lap while they were watching TV. I waited until he left and then I had to talk with her. I was fuming. I yelled at her and told her that their actions have been unacceptable and that there's no reason that she should be laying with a friend like that. I expressed how I felt like she has been showing him more attention than her husband and that it seemed like they were having more fun together than we do. Not to mention that they had dated before and fooled around. She got really upset and said I had no right to tell her that she can no longer hang around someone. She was mad that I seemed to claim that she was cheating on me with him and swore that she was not and would not do that. She said that all they were doing was relaxing and that it was not wrong to lay her head on his lap. The last 2 days, he has not been at the house when I got home. She says that she has not seen him since our talk. I apologize for being so angry about it. She doesn't seem like she has really accepted my apology, as she has been really quiet around me ever since. How do I make things better? Is she cheating? How do I handle things between her and this friend? Let's go to the advice. Formally tipsy, get us started. I agree with you. When you said they had computers out and were working hard, I felt it seemed innocent enough. However, a woman putting her head in some guy's lap? No, no, no. Boundaries are being crossed. It is not appropriate and she knows it. Would she be okay if the situation was reversed? OP's response? Thank you. I don't like how everyone is automatically saying that it's wrong that the guy is over there in the first place. Sure, it's weird that they dated, but that was very many years ago. I had no problem when they were working, but what they did was taking it too far. KizKitty110617 says, you are not at all in the wrong here. At first it seemed innocent enough, but putting your head into the lap of someone you're not with is suspicious AF. She's right that you have no right to tell her to do something, but since you explained and asked her to stop and she's being defensive like this, I'm getting a ton of red flags. If she's not cheating, she's sure not showing respect for you as her partner. It wouldn't surprise me if she is cheating though, with how overly close they seem to be getting. Runaway model thinks, that's not okay. She's not respecting your relationship. Her head shouldn't be in his lap at all, and it should make you uncomfortable since they used to have a relationship. If the roles were reversed and you had an ex's head in your lap, she would also be uncomfortable. Her getting mad at you for questioning it is gaslighting to the situation, and I wouldn't put my head in a guy's lap if I didn't feel some type of chemistry. It's definitely flirty. I think you guys need to discuss boundaries. It's important that you guys agree on what you consider to be okay and not okay. If she thinks that type of behavior with an ex is acceptable and you don't, then things may not work. I would see where things go and what she does next. Her actions will speak louder than words. If these situations keep occurring, it may be time to rethink if this is someone you want to be with. Pos Thoughts here. I realize that I may have yelled at her too much and too quickly. I should have discussed the boundaries first. She may think it's completely okay to lay her head in his lap. Matt Gee thinks, well, it does seem quite inappropriate to be drinking and chilling on the couch. Eating and stuff like that seems fine, but chilling with your head on his lap seems bordering on very inappropriate. Remember, they're supposed to be working. I can understand they de-stress by eating dinner and even watching TV or whatever. That said, is this happening pretty much every day, or just happen once or twice? Either way, you need to have a serious talk with her. Sit her down and talk about boundaries rather than making demands of her not seeing the friend. It is bad to deny her a friend in the way that it sounds like you did, but your feelings are valid here. I don't know how trust can be regained here, but if I were her, I would have tried to find a way to reassure you rather than be combative. This is a situation where I think you have cause for concern, but it may still be fairly innocent. So it's tricky, and without a good proper heart-to-heart talk with her, this will grow resentment. It may be a good idea to request from her that you be allowed to see their communication, texts, Facebook, Instagram. Important here that you don't demand to keep continuous eyes on her phone. Just have her unlock her phone in full view of you so you can get some reassurance with this guy. If she reacts strongly to this, I think you have your answer, and it's time to take this as a serious threat to your marriage. You need to proceed delicately, but you deserve and need this to be resolved, otherwise suspicion will grow, and with that comes resentment. Hang on to your hats, boys and girls. Here's an update. Guy had been coming over and working from home with her ever since COVID started. At first I thought nothing of it, as they were just simply helping each other with their work. Then they started to hang out and stuff more. When I caught her lying down with her head in his lap, I had enough. I told her he could no longer come over. She was mad and took offense to this, but agreed. Most people here agreed with me that it was sketchy for her to do this. I was made aware that he could still be coming over during the day and leaving before I get there. I ended up buying a camera that I could set up and hide while I'm at work. I put one in the living room and one in the bedroom. The first day they were set up, I saw nothing unusual. The second day was when it happened. The ex came over. At first they were just working, but then he started to get pretty touchy with her. It progressed until they ended up going to our bedroom and sleeping together. I was shocked. I wasn't sure what to do. As soon as I saw my wife again, I questioned her if she had been seeing him anymore. She denied it. I told her that I had cameras installed in the house. Her face changed completely then. She knew what I had seen. She immediately started crying. I told her to leave the house. She tried to apologize and explain, but I wasn't having any of it. Since then, we have talked to each other once. I told her that I don't see how anything can happen besides a divorce. She said she doesn't want that, and if asked, I would go to couples counseling one time before making the final decision. I reluctantly agreed. I don't expect it to work, and I'm mainly doing it to humor her. I'm still looking and trying to contact divorce attorneys as I'm typing this. Alright, community, support this guy. Never say never, what do you have to say? First of all, get tested for STDs. Her friend might not be exclusive with your wife. Secondly, so sorry about the demise of your marriage. Because even if you go to counseling and decide not to divorce her, the marriage is over. It was over the first time she broke her vow to you to forsake all others. Now you know she's an unfaithful, deceitful liar that can look right into your face and demand apologies from you for having perfectly normal suspicions. How could you ever trust her again? Keep looking for that lawyer. Mittens on Kittens 2621 thinks, therapy is great to air out all your anger, distrust, and resentments in a controlled environment. It's not up to her or you anymore. Unfortunately, the trust is broken, and if you aren't willing to give her another chance and are set in stone that you want a divorce, this is a good place to start that. Some couples get over this. I'm not at all saying this is yours, however it could. If you decide to walk that path, be ready to accept the infidelity, move on, and never look back. This therapy will be able to allow you to deal with your emotions, both yours and your wife or ex-wife. This is very important because you will be able to build healthy future relationships. Definitely get tested for STDs. Wishing you the best of luck now in this new journey and in life. Exada27 responds, yeah, shouldn't couples therapy be a thing where someone has the urge to cheat? I mean, if you have open communication with your spouse or partner, then just tell them, hey, I've been having this urge and I want to be with you. Can we get therapy together so I can work through this? But people like to keep their secrets. It's too late for any couples counseling and therapy. Captain Reginald Long says, the therapy isn't to repair the relationship. It's to help work through the separation cordially and move past the emotions of the divorce in a healthy way. Pos Thoughts 21 says, that's why he should have an individual therapy session instead. It's no longer about how they're going to move forward together, even if that means divorce. It's about how OP is going to move forward with his life after his betrayal. Captain Reginald Long responds, closure is an important part of the healing process. Having both parties present with an intermediary is an effective way to accomplish that. There are no doubts, no questions, no left unanswered. And especially with the victim, this can be critical for recovery.